Hi everybody. Today I want to talk about an organization that promotes itself as intelligence agency for the people. But what is Bellingcat really, and what drives its agenda? Belling the cat, of which Bellingcat is derived from, is a very old fable. The mice once gathered because they were afraid of the cat and wanted to devise a system that would alert them if the cat came near. A young mouse suggested, "We just need to tie a bell around the cat's neck. When we hear the bell, we know the cat is coming." The mice reacted enthusiastically, until an old mouse stood up and said, "Let me ask one question. Who will bell the cat?" Research collective Bellingcat was founded in 2014, 2 days before the Malaysian Boeing with flight number MH17 was shut down over Ukraine. There is now an English, a Dutch and a Russian branch. Here's some people. Here's Elliot Higgins, the founder of Bellingcat. Here is Marieke Schaake, a board of trustee member of Bellingcat Foundation in the Netherlands, and Roman Dobrokotov from Russia. I want to start with the Russian branch and Roman Dobrokotov. On Twitter, Roman Dobrokotov profiles himself as a revolutionary, surprisingly not as a researcher, not as a journalist. He is the founder of The Insider, described in the West as an independent opposition newspaper. The Insider is Bellingcat's main partner in Russia. And this tweet from Roman is part of an organized smear campaign that started in November 2020, and this campaign is still ongoing. The translation of the tweet: that the Russian military intelligence service GRU paid the Dutch journalist is not the worst. But the fact that Max van der Werf deliberately promoted misinformation about the fighter jet, the version that even the Ministry of Defense has officially rejected publicly, that's a low point. Wow, Roman, that is 2 lies in 1 tweet. And lying so bluntly can have consequences. Roman Dobrokotov will soon have to present evidence to a judge in Moscow for his libelous claims, but it remains to be seen whether he will really show up. His passport has been revoked by the authorities, but yet he was able to flee Russia. Roman's second lie about the fighter jets is not new. Here's Bellingcat. He, meaning me, he went to the crash site and still thought a fighter jet shot down MH17. Shows how much that was worth. Well, this is a typical straw man, and it's used in this case to make me look like a useful idiot. Other people who also have online confrontations with Bellingcat know exactly what I mean, and this is clearly a propagandistic tactic. It's not the only one. Here's Bellingcat founder Elliot Higgins. He uses another straw man. "I'm not dealing with idiots like Max who still think MH17 was a false flag." Unfortunately, it's my word against Bellingcat. It's difficult to do anything about it. But that's today. I'm offering 2 rewards. First reward: I pay €1,000 to whoever shows evidence somewhere on the internet I ever claimed MH17 was shot down by a fighter jet. I never made any such statement. Second, another €1,000 for evidence the false flag claim made by Elliot Higgins is somehow true after all. That Bellingcat so terribly lies about an insignificant blogger like me, it should give food for thought. But it's not by the professional journalists. And then bashing people who draw different conclusions than Bellingcat based on the same open source information, that's one thing. But publishing names, faces and information about people and claiming they are complicit in the downing of MH17, that is quite something else. Here an article. Igor Bessler is mentioned in this article no less than 24 times. And the article is called "Identifying the Separatists Linked to the Downing of MH17. Suspicions against Oleg Ivanikov, callsign Orion, were raised by Bellingcat during a press conference and broadcasted live by Dutch state-affiliated NOS. Nikolai Tkachev, callsign Delphin, was incriminated on Bellingcat's website. According to Bellingcat, Delphin for sure is a key figure, and Orion had to be involved in the transport of the bug tailor that shot down MH17. Dutch prosecutors could not ignore Bellingcat's claims after so much worldwide publicity. At the beginning of the trial in March 2020, they stated that tapped telephone conversations of Igor Bessler were probably made about another plane. The MH17 Joint Investigation Team had found no evidence of Igor Bessler's involvement in the downing of MH17. Igor Bessler will not be prosecuted. About Orion, the Dutch prosecution explained one of the taps with Orion's voice is probably about another bug tiller. That one allegedly caught fire before it could ever be deployed. No case against Orion, no case against Delphin. Bellingcat team member Daniel Romein in 2019 reports Sergei Pozniakov very likely pressed the button. Daniel Romein is an alias. He prefers to remain anonymous. Romein later quietly deleted his tweet, and in a private message to me he admits he was wrong. But the damage has already been done. Star reporter Jeroen Akkermans of RTL News immediately jumped on the bandwagon and shared the spectacular fake news. His tweet, Bellingcat researcher comes up with the name of the person who very likely pressed the button of the MH17 bug launcher. He also says why. And this is one of the things that makes Bellingcat such a dangerous organization. Western journalists regurgitate anything Bellingcat claims and consider Bellingcat an infallible source. And they rarely do fact checks themselves if what Bellingcat claims is really true. As always, follow the money. Among many other sponsors, Bellingcat receives money from these organizations. Postcode Loterij. Postcode Loterij depends solely on the Dutch government for its license to operate. The Clinton Foundation is one of its recipients. Postcode Loterij donated 1 million euros to Bellingcat. PAX, that used to be Pax Christi in the past, is a Dutch NGO officially partnering with the Dutch Ministry of Foreign Affairs in The Hague. Sarcastic people call these kind of non-governmental organizations gongos instead. Government-organized, non-governmental organizations. The National Endowment for Democracy was founded by the CIA. Alan Weinstein, one of its co-founders, told the Washington Post, "Much of what we do today was done covertly by the CIA 25 years ago." No money without politics, no politics without money. Maria Renske Schaken became a member of Bellingcat's supervisory board in 2019. The supervisory board is responsible for defining the policy of the Dutch Bellingcat Foundation. She served as a member of the European Parliament for the Dutch Democratic Party D66 and with ALDE, the Alliance of Liberals and Democrats for Europe. Schaken's D66 party member Sjoerd Wiemer-Tjoerdsma is a Dutch politician serving as a member of the House of Representatives since 2012. Instantly after Bellingcat and The Insider published their hit pieces, Tjoerdsma tweeted, "Impossible! A Dutchman is undermining the MH17 lawsuit on behalf of probably supported by Russian intelligence. That is an attack on our rule of law. The government must investigate whether this can be made punishable and summon the ambassador." He means the ambassador Shulgin, the ambassador of the Russian Federation in the Netherlands. So, remember, Bellingcat is a political organization directly and indirectly funded by NATO states. Okay, I'm going to conclude. This is me lying on the floor in the transit area of Sheremetyevo Airport in Moscow in the middle of the night. I traveled to Russia because I wanted to consult my lawyer. I had a valid visa, a negative PCR test, an Aeroflot ticket, but I got a big niet at the airport immigration desk. My access to Russia was denied. You think that is how Russia would treat one of its chess pieces in the propaganda war, as a Dutch paper described me? Final thought for today. Who is going to Bellingcat? Thank you for watching.